Go. Upward Spiral Gang, welcome back to the channel. I am Uncle Makara, speaking from the soul frequency, all relations. Okay, let's get started today. Man, I had seen the most incredible dragonfly just before this live stream. It was like almost as big as my hand, okay? And it was very, very powerful to recognize this because I knew we had sped up timelines last night with the channeling. Again, if you want to know who it was, go become an adept. Go listen to it. Okay. But it was very powerful. And I think that it was way too ahead of its time. Like, the energy for me felt like we weren't ready for that level of information yet. However, at the same time, I know I'm going to be trying to crack a few of those codes open and seeing the cosmic passwords behind, you know, what's going on there, really. Okay. So let's talk about self-worth, okay? Unworthiness is a very big theme for a lot of spiritual folk. And so this generally comes through being in the mind, avoiding the situation in terms of the participation or the taking action front of it. So if you were scared as a child, you would go into your imagination and your fantasy, right? And you'd lock yourself in your room and you'd like watch cartoons or you play games or you do something, right? To distract your mind away from the chaos. So this is really what started to form this like unworthiness thing, because as different events in your life started happening, it started to stifle your own uh life force energy, right? Create like armoring in your musculature system, right? So this is really important to understand because when you can get a very flexible and free body, like if you're doing yoga really well, you will notice your range of emotions, you can feel more. Okay, there's more depth. I'm also going to be teaching you a heart opening exercise today. It's very easy, swift, and effective, just how we like on this channel. Okay, no time for fluff. Let's get right into the meat and potatoes of all of it. Okay. Without further ado, let me share this with the tribe. And then I'm going to drop these wisdom tsunamis for you guys. Here we go. Boom. And boom. Okay. All right, cool. And we are live. Welcome back to the show. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe. Okay. Self-worth. What in the world is self-worth? To be worthy. Okay, something. Have you ever tried doing something just for you? This is one of the questions I ask for the Core Wounds quiz, my first sessions. A lot of you know this, okay? If you do something just for you, nobody else, okay? Do you ever get a guilt feeling afterwards? Like, oh, I don't deserve this. I don't know, maybe this is not for me. Or I should be working right now, okay? This constant guilt or pressure for doing something good for yourself. You're equating doing good things for yourself, like self-care, to mean selfish. So this is what we first and foremost have to change, not have to, but we get to change. We choose to change it because why would we stay stuck in this old paradigm, right? So that's the thing, all right? Let me pin this. All right, cool, 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 all right. So if you get this guilt feeling every time that you do something lit for yourself, right? You do something amazing for yourself. And you're like, nah, I don't know, maybe it's maybe I don't deserve it. I don't. That's low self-worth, right? So self-worth is not the same as self-talk, remember. Okay? It's not what you say that you believe. It's what your nervous system flinches at when God whispers, you are that. So you don't manifest what you want, you manifest what you believe you deserve in your bones. Okay? It's through the feeling that we got the code. I think we also got the code last night. Emotion is the code. The subconscious doesn't speak English, it speaks frequency. So what's the programming language of your soul? Your emotions, trauma imprints, ecstasy imprints. That's the tattoo gun of your subconscious mind. Okay? Repetition without emotional charge is dry as dust. Okay? Nobody wants mindless drone repetition. We want repetition with playfulness, taking a different approach each time, harnessing our edges, refining the character, setting the waves forward, splashing ahead, not being perturbed by other people's perspectives and opinions, right? This is when you become free to move as a neo-shaman, as somebody who is a priest or priestess be somebody who is balanced and integrated both their masculine and feminine polarities. Okay, so all of reality bends to what you are worthy of. So it's not what you hope, it's not what you tweet about, it's not what your vision board says about you, it's what you energetically allow. So this means what you allow, you will get to keep. If somebody is disrespecting you, you got to tell them. That's very disrespectful. Correct? Otherwise, they might have a blind side, not even knowing that they're doing that to you. And you can't even set the boundary because you're worried about what they're going to think of you when you say it. So it's like you're not broke, you're just hypnotized. You see, society taught you to serve, do service, not to rule, not to transcend. They cased your worth in a zip code and a social security number. They taught you to love crumbs when your souls came for kingship, queenship, right? So you got to unlearn it, unbox it, unleash it, full send it. Okay, you are the temple, the treasure, and the titan. So until you see yourself as God's favorite misfit, you'll keep playing small for people who don't even clap when you win. Why would you be around people that don't even clap when you win? Hey, I am clapping the loudest for my tribe, man. Come on now. Let's fucking go. Okay? It's a higher frequency vibe. Your self-worth ceiling does limit what you allow yourself to receive. And the brain responds to emotionally charged, imagined experiences. You must embody the frequencies before reality reflects it back. Okay, these are true. However, don't confuse intensity with integrity or speed of communication with truth of communication. Are we getting this? Focus on the presence, not the performance. Okay. Focus on the spirit behind the actor playing in the movie. That's a real Shakti download. That's meditation we do. It's called natural grounding in our path, right? So we see the Shakti energy behind everything, right? So that understanding really helped me transform my mindset. It actually helped me heal my addictions. It actually helped me empower myself and dropped what trapped me. So remember, true power doesn't just sound mythical, it feels clear. It feels aligned and clean in the body. That's why you're going to feel healthier if you remember your true power. Okay. So let me teach you this quick little heart opening exercise. Hey, Samba's here. Ryan's here. 5 people watching. Good. All right, let's tap in, everybody. This is probably one of the quickest ways that I've found to open the heart chakra. You take your finger, your both the index finger and middle finger together, and you place it right where your chest plate in the middle, right? Where it is, or at the center of your chest. Kind of press down a little bit, very slight pressure. And what you're going to notice is attention is like a dial. So it will come down here, right? The energy. And this puts you back into your feeling body, your sentience. So what you want to do is from the other side, you imagine the heart chakra kind of spiraling back to meet your fingers. Like from it's being sent from the other side. Shoot it outside you now, okay? Like a Care Bear would. Okay. This is a very, very quick heart chakra opener. Anybody can practice this. It's very powerful. It shifts you around very quickly. And you want to try this when you want to get to that inner oneness, inner stillness. I find that it's very useful to do it right before I'm about to communicate or like have a session or do something. I like to do that because it opens my heart, but I also imagine that it protects my field at the same time. So like, yes, I'm opening my heart up so I can perceive better, right? Like a hunter needs to see exactly what's going on around him, right? Like he has to know his peripherals very, very well. So that's the thing. You really want to have this divergent and this convergent focus, right? So you want to be able to just have this peripheral vision and that focused vision and that soft focused vision. You want to weave in between those, right? Too much intense focus on one thing puts all the energy into that one stream. So sometimes you'll miss out on other things that are happening. That's when you're so locked in, right? That's what we say locked in, because that's where all of your energy is going towards one activity. Okay. So look, I took a little detour. I started looking at all these spiritual coaches out there. Okay. I help spiritual women reclaim their power through Canva templates. Okay. What? Okay. What is this? Some kind of a glittery gaslighting algorithm chasing. I channeled this launch plan from Mary Magdalene. Successful. Now, don't get me wrong. There's gold in there. There always was in these different paths. But most of y'all are mining for diamonds using spoons made of trauma. So let me say this clearly. For the one in the back that's obsessed with their crystal, okay? Just because you swapped a corporate boss for a spiritual business coach doesn't mean you're free. I'm just going to be real with you, okay? Most people are stuck in low self-worth masquerading as sacred service. It's the truth. People are still outsourcing their soul to the next funnel, some framework, okay? No, actually, this is the Galactic Palladian price point. We don't go beyond that much, okay? And the marketing, oh, sweet Horace, the marketing. Okay, every damn post, one mistake that's costing you 10K a month. Okay, the fuck? Why your vibration is repelling your soul clients. I don't give a fuck, right? Forget everything you've learned. It's now time all about the Kundalini crypto breathwork in a yurt. Bro, what are you even saying? Everything works when you work it. Everything fails when you fake it. You're not faking it. You're recognizing what's real. You know that the confident you is the real you. You know that the dope you is the real you. And the version you're being now, you might be just playing small. So listen, no funnels for me. Okay, website kind of looks like a cursed scroll. Okay, branding done during Mercury retrograde on Ryan taking mushrooms, right? Still pulling half of Primal Sutra's mission forward by just being a divine weirdo on a mission. Will, vision, energy so pure it smells like ozone. And a message so clear that it breaks spells just by being spoken. That's what I'm talking about. So if you want to call it masculine, feminine energy, that's cute. If you want to call it sacred or secular, that's kind of boring. What it really is bringing heaven to earth through action. That's what business is. The only strategy you need is the one that fits your rhythm, your flame, and it's got to amplify your freak flag, right? So if you're still sitting there wondering if you need another certification to be worthy of charging more money, you're wake up, man. You're literally an oracle. You just need to stop playing hide and seek with your own damn power. And if this transmission pierced your cocoon and lit a fire under your quantum butt, then guess what? We build thrones, not brands. We sculpt legacies, not lead magnets. And yes, I will kick your ego's teeth in loving you while making you teeth. Your permission slip is signed by your soul and it's co-signed by me. Okay? So I think we got to the core of some people's spiritual constipation, right? We're talking about unworthiness, not the fake kind that you journal about, not the kind your coach told you was from your mother wound. I'm talking about the deep primordial sludge that's like sitting in your gut, right? I noticed why I was breaking out so much, Ryan G. It was the gut again. It's always back to the gut, the gut instinct. Listen, the horror line over there, if you're blocking up your chi, distorting your vibration there, okay, shitty foods, turning your entire spiritual path into a performance art piece for your own ego, man. So you don't have a self-worth problem. You have a life force suppression problem. It's not about whether you're lovable, okay? It's about how much of your true energy you allow to circulate freely through your nervous system. Your unworthiness is the knot that you've tied around your own soul. And you're trying to bypass it using, a mala beat, a monotone I am awareness. But let me break it down for you because unworthiness is simple. It's you resisting the present moment when it comes in a flavor that you don't like. You've trained yourself to welcome joy, but reject grief, to celebrate peace and contract to anger. This is how you've been programmed. But what if every emotion was, come here, yo? Anger, come here, yo. You just need a hug, bro. Grief, oh, I'll take that. Come on now. What if we had that mentality? Think about it, guys, right? To breathe in love but flinch at shame? I'll take shame on the car. Give me a shame cookie, okay? I'll take 2 of those. Because once you get rid of the resistance and that like frustration feeling associated with these things, you let it go. You're free to do what you want. You're back to the source code. That resistance is what separates you from God. Straight up. Straight up. And you've been sold the lie that awareness alone is God. Just rest is the weakness. Just observe the suffering. You are not the body. Bullshit. God doesn't hide behind your detachment. It's the current moving through your grief. It's the heart rising when you feel rage. It's the panic attack you try to suppress. It's a wake-up call from your body, mind, spirit complex. To know God, you must feel God. That's what we've said. You must stop dodging the sensations. Can you remain open, hope, even when things don't seem to be going your way? Don't seem to be, I say, because it's all an illusion anyway. So it's how you're perceiving it now that makes you feel stuck about it. Because in reality, the universe is constantly expanding. And yet here you are trying to constrict. So your spirituality isn't making you whole, it's making you numb. That's not enlightenment, that's elegant self-abandonment in Sanskrit. So if you want to raise your vibration, it's not about think better thoughts, right? Vibration is just unfiltered life force. So it's about becoming the kind of being that can sit with every flavor of divine energy. You know, when I was in high school, man, I would hang out with everybody. Everybody, the jocks, the loners, the goths, everybody. It didn't matter because I was in a league of my own. I was like a celebrity that knew everybody because I had that in my mind. It was a seed that I had planted. Okay. I don't know where I got it from, maybe a TV show or something like this. Who knows, right? But to be like, yo, I can hang out with any different flavor of human being, that's a real skill set. Now, of course, I don't want you to be the people pleaser who can just melt and merge and weave into any conversation that they start to lose parts of their self-concept. I don't think that's very wise. And that's, again, it's emotional regulation, right? It's like you have to look after your strength. Ryan says, I like the sexy weirdos reach out. Sama says, hey, Jetpack, let's go. Some epic emojis describing the state of mind. All right, so it's about becoming the kind of being who can sit with every flavor of divine energy without flinching, without bypassing it, without collapsing, until you can feel anger like it's a sacred incense. Okay, I bought some sacred incense the other day. It's luxury incense. I never spend money on luxury incense, but my abundance now is reminding me to do this. Okay. Now my rituals are more, it seems, at least in my mind, in my perception, it's more elegant. Right? It's not even about the fact that I spent a little extra money to get it. It's not even about that, right? It's about the quality of the perception that changed as I understood and I saw the box and it says luxury on the box. And then I open it and it's like this backstory of this woman that created it, handmade and hand rolled, right? And it has like a little inscription on the side. This is branding, guys, right? So when you can feel your anger like it's sacred incense, when you can cry and not apologize, when you can grieve and that grief becomes your prayer in the moment, this is when your vibration rises or your life force energy activates. Because that's when your nervous system stops gatekeeping your own divinity. Okay. So this is an inner stream. If you want to keep rejecting parts of yourself, right? The shallow puddle of awareness, that's what that is. If you want to go beyond that phase, listen, you think just because you can quote Ramana Maharshi, you're closer to God? I've met waiters with more radiance than some of these so-called self-realized, self-appointed spiritual teachers. Because the waiter feels, right? Sometimes the guru just narrates. You've been fed a theology that fetishizes stillness. It neuters the power, life force. God is not stillness. God is intimacy. At least to me, okay? I'm not going to make a general statement like this. with all the parts that arises, even the parts of you that just smell bad or whatever, like you're just repulsed by certain qualities of yourself. Even then, right? You got to feel it to free it. I will stop spiritually avoiding the emotions that trigger my shame. I don't sit with my feelings, by the way, as an observer. I'm a blood and flesh God in a body. That's how I'm perceiving my shame. That's a lot better to handle, let me tell you that. If I feel like I'm the creator of that shame and it's trying to enter my fortress, I have a different relationship with it, right? That's Primal Sutra, that's union. Every contraction you avoid becomes a demon that feeds off of your life. Every feeling you face becomes a guardian that leads you back to your throne. That's my final revelations coming through. So if you want real healing from unworthiness, commit to the fire. Commit to the feelings. Hey there, love. Commit to becoming the kind of person that no longer rejects the God within. Welcome to the middle path, the warrior's path, the real one's path. But it's not amnesia, it's alchemy. This transmission probably woke up something ancient in a lot of you. You know where to find us. Go check out those links in the description as well. The gates of the Sutra never close, but the entry is earned in fire. Because self-worth is knowing you're divine, and self-esteem is not flinching when someone treats you like you're not. Okay, let me say that again. Self-worth is knowing that you are divine. Self-esteem is flinching when someone treats you like you're not divine. Together, they make you unfuckweedable, right? So get ready to connect to source that powers everything, right? That powers everything. Now we're asking permission to your higher self. Spoiler alert, they said yes. Okay. They've been waiting for this moment longer than your last 12 situationships combined. Okay. You might hear some mumbo jumbo that's called, sacred Simlish. Don't analyze it. Don't decode it. Don't receive it like a, chosen toaster of God. Because we're clearing ancient programs now. Like I'm not good enough VHS tape from your grandma's womb. The loop that says love equals sacrifice, right? The phantom ache in your chest every time that you almost let yourself see. These little moments, that's how the body's communicating with us at all times. So we're storing the etheric body like it's a luxury spa day for our souls, and the third eye is being cleaned with Windex from another dimension, and the inner critic is being set on a silent meditation retreat in a volcano somewhere. Okay, so we are photocopying the new you before time itself had a Facebook profile, and we're deleting that old expired self-hate software by installing Self-Worth 5.0 Cosmic Sovereign Edition, installing into the human genome. Okay, that's what we're doing. You might feel stuff shifting around right now. Tingles, burps, random giggles, tears. That's just like old trauma packing its bags, right? It's going, damn, they finally called in backup. They finally called in backup. Fuck. Okay. That's the old trauma packing its bags. Because guess what? The angel of light is now riding shotgun in your field. And she probably came with snacks and a lightsaber. Okay, so no more letting shadow parasites eat off of your buffet of brilliance. Because at the end of this, you will feel like you walked out of an ayahuasca ceremony but didn't have to shit your soul to get the lesson, So you were worthy without needing to prove it. You were enough even when you're not performing. Your voice, your vibe, your vision. Who else has that shit? Nobody. You deserve to take up way more space in the multiverse. Way more space. Let's give you real estate in the multiverse. Fuck it. Drink more water, right? Bathe in silence. Tell your ego to take a nap in the void once in a while, right? And if you want more, you know where to find the wizard. We're off to see the wizard, okay? Blessings from Uncle Makara, the priest of permission, the shaman of self-esteem, the gatekeeper of that galactic real talk, okay? Thank you so much for tapping in. I hope you have an incredible rest of your day. Make sure you keep shining, okay? And remember, you were so fucking money, you don't even know it, okay? Let's go. Upward spiral gang. We're all gonna make it.